Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a First Impressions Friday video. I asked when I posted my Sephora VIB Sale haul earlier this week if you would like to see a first impression style video, try on type of video with some of the items that I purchased during the sale, and a lot of you said yes. So that is what we are going to be doing today. If you haven't seen my haul video, I will go ahead and leave it linked down below. But without further ado, let's get some makeup on this face. Okay, so I am going to be starting with eyes like I normally do. So I did get the Tarte Tartelette Toasted Eyeshadow Palette, which I am so excited about. So here is what she looks like. I'm really not 100% sure what look we're gonna go with, but I'm first gonna dip into the shade Warmth here with my Sigma E40, and I'm going to place this one into the crease. Wow, that's no joke. Okay. I felt like I just very lightly tapped my brush in there, but that was quite pigmented. That's a really pretty color. So I'm just going to sweep that all along into the crease and then slowly work it into the inner part of my eye as well. The Warmth has more orange in it than I think I was expecting. So I think what I'm going to do next is go into a latte here in the bottom row. I'm just gonna use the same E40 and basically just do the exact same thing that I did with Warmth. Just run latte onto the outer V and then slowly across the crease and into the inner part of my eye. When I do first impression videos, and even when I'm testing a palette myself for the first time, like not on camera, I typically do my pretty basic look because this is like what I do most of the time. I don't always do like crazy makeup looks or, you know, makeup looks that really take a lot of time. Those are more for special occasions. So I like to go with, you know, my norm. So that's what we're doing today. Trying to decide from the shimmers which one I want to use on my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch. Okay, so here are some swatches. So this one is Sunset, this one is Flame, this one is Simmer, and then this one is Crackle. All of them felt the same except for Crackle. Crackle felt like very soft, I guess I would say. So there are the swatches. So now I just gotta figure out which one I want to put on my eyes. I think I'm gonna go with the third shade here. So that one is Simmer. That one is in the last row right here. I'm gonna use my Sigma E55 shader brush. And I'm not going to use any setting spray or anything at first, no damp brush. I just want to see how it applies right off the bat. So I can say that I feel like it looks good. Like, I mean, it's showing up and I can see it and all, but I already know that I would want it to be a little bit more of an oomph. So I'm going to grab out a setting spray and just dampen my brush and see how we do. So I just got my brush a bit damp with some setting spray. And I feel like I like that a lot more. That looks really pretty. So once I packed on the gold, I'm going to come in with the shade Cozy here and a Sigma E25. I'm just going to grab a bit of that and kind of tap it on the outer V to bring back some dimension over here. So I'm just going to kind of lightly tap here on the outer V. And then once I have most of the product deposited down, then I will go ahead and start to buff it inwards. So far I don't really have too much fallout on my face. I see just a little bit over here. So far I'm pretty happy with the pigmentation of everything. I don't have any real complaints yet. So I'm just going to keep building up. When you're working with darker colors, it's better to build up than just put a bunch of darker colors on your eye and have problems blending it out. So I like the way that this is looking right now. Still lots of fall vibes. I'm just gonna add a small wing. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I'm not gonna do anything crazy today because I do really like these shadows, but I would like to do just a small wing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. Then I will come back and we'll keep working. I am going to break from the eyes for just a bit after I have my little wing on. I'm going to move over to the face. So I do have my face primed, and then I did pick up a foundation in the sale. This is from Dior. It's their Forever Skin Foundation. Dior Skin Forever Foundation. Okay, there we go. I picked mine up in the shade 030, and I don't know, it might be a little bit too dark for me since my tan has faded, but we will just go ahead and see. So this was $50, so I wanted to get it with the 20% off. I'm just going to use my Sigma F80. It does have a pump, so I'm just going to pump a bit onto my brush. I did post a photo of this on my Instagram, and a lot of people commented saying like this was their favorite foundation and how much they loved it. And you know, obviously the reason I had it on my loves list for the sale was because I see so many people using it and recommending it. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay. Okay, Dior. I don't even have it all the way blended out yet, but I'm like, oh. Not bad right now. Not bad. I don't mind that shade match at all either. It is just a like tad bit too dark, but I actually self-tan quite a bit in the winter, so it should probably be fine as long as I'm self-tanned. So I am really enjoying the way this is making my skin look. I mean, I did like the first 3 swipes and I was like, wait a second. It was like it just kind of settled in so nicely onto my skin. I'm really liking it. I would say it's medium coverage. I don't think it's really full coverage, and that was only, you know, I just did a few pumps. Maybe you could build it up to full coverage, but I prefer medium, and I feel like this is really solid medium. It's covered up basically everything on my skin. It's that time of the month, so I have some breakouts on my chin, and it covered those up really well, but I can still like see skin, so it's not full coverage. Ooh, so far so good for the Dior skin. I just feel like my skin looks really nice. So far, I'm really digging that, but we'll see how everything, you know, goes on top of the foundation. Of course, I'll have to see how it lasts all day. I mean, this is first impressions. I will be coming back and doing a review video, of course, on everything that I purchased in the VIP sale, because I won't be able to try out everything in this video. I have those fancy Shiseido cotton wipes. I have some Ole Henriksen skincare and things like that. I have 2 different pairs of lashes. I'm not going to put one lash on and a different lash on. So I will be doing a full review video, but first impressions, very happy with this one. And really random, but I thought I would add this in because it's also from Dior. This one was sent to me from Octoly to review, and I saw this on my free store and I really wanted to get it. And I just thought I could just pop over here real quick and talk about it, because I actually kind of considered, I was like, maybe I could spray this on my face if like the shade match wasn't there or the coverage wasn't there. I don't know. I was like, maybe I could mix these two, but I don't think I need to mix anything with this foundation. This is the Dior AirFlash Spray Foundation. I was too curious when I saw it in my Octoly store. I got it out of pure curiosity. I was like, wait a second. What? And does this work? So I got the shade 300, and I mean, literally, it is spray foundation, and you have to shake it. Like, you have to shake it really good. You hear that little jigger in there shaking around? You have to shake it really good, but when you spray it, which I don't want to spray it because it sprays foundation. It's not just like a, you know, facial mist or anything. It sprays foundation, obviously, because it's a spray foundation, but it really comes at you like hard and fast. When I'm using it, I literally spray one side of my face, and then I spray the other side of my face, and then I take a beauty blender and blend it in. It was a little challenging at first to get used to, but I like the way that this one looked on my skin. Like, the final effect I liked, but I think the concept of the spray foundation is just a little bit like too much for me. I don't think this would be like a go-to. I think I'll stick with my regular foundations more, but I didn't mind the way that it looked on my skin. I still thought it looked pretty good, but I mean, I'll kind of like compare the two together and see what I think, but even like first impression wise, I can tell that I like this one more. I mean, I guess I'm just much more of a traditional girl, so this type of packaging and the pump just gets me more, but I even like the way that it's sitting on my skin even more. Even though when I first used this one, I was like, ooh, I do like that. I still like this one more, but I thought I'd mention it because it was Dior. I have my concealer on and set. So next I'm going to jump into the Tarte Park Ave Princess Chisel palette. Now, I did pick this one up from Ulta because it's not to Sephora yet. I hear it is coming to Sephora. A lot of comments asking to try this one out in my haul video. So I'm just gonna go ahead, actually first, I just wanna swatch everything. I have Halo, and then Enhance, and then Carrot, and then Princess Cut. And then the last two are Angle and then Crown. Everything is really, really soft. So these are the swatches on my hand here. So I would say for the first 2 powders, the first one is more white, and then the second one is more yellow. And then we have some contour shades and then bronzer shades. I really enjoy face palettes. I have a lot of face palettes. I buy a lot of face palettes. I like having more options in here. So for under here, what I'm thinking is that I could use this shade to like set my eyes, set my concealer under my eyes, which now I'm mad that I already set it because I could have used it with this. So I will have to try that. But then also, Carrot looks to be like a really good contour shade for me, and then Angle looks like to be a good bronzer shade. The only one that I don't think I would get a ton of use out of is Crown, but you could also use these as eye shades as well. And I'm gonna let you guys know something really embarrassing about me right now. I am someone who, when I travel, I often forget eyeshadow palettes. Let that sink in. That's a true story. One time I even went on a trip to Vegas. Didn't bring one eyeshadow palette. I went and stayed at a friend's house the other day, it was like 2 months ago, because we were getting up at like 5 a.m. to go tailgating for a football game, and I get there and I was like, hey, didn't pack any eyeshadow palettes. That was only a couple months ago. I was like, what is wrong with me? So I legitimately used a contour shade in my crease. Yeah, I love makeup, have lots of eyeshadow palettes, and just forget to travel with them, So hey, could have that option in this palette. But I do still want to go ahead. I want to try these on my face. I would just want to make sure that I will be able to get enough use out of it because it was at $46. So, you know, I'm just going to have to play with it a couple times and see. So I'm going to contour with the Sigma F06. So I just put a little bit of that Carrot onto the brush, and then I'm just going to sweep it underneath my cheekbones here, because that's the only thing. Like, I understand that it's a chisel palette, but I'm like, oh, even if there was like a blush in there, you know, that could have been really pretty, that sort of thing. But we'll just see. I just want to make sure I get enough use out of it. I was really attracted to it, did the double take, put it in a will I buy it video, said that I wanted to buy it. Just go ahead and make sure, because I also, you know, I don't want to spend money on makeup that I'm not going to get enough use out of. Now, I've gotten a lot of requests to compare it to like the Clay Play palette too. Like, if you have the Clay Play, do you need this? So I will be sharing that as well. When I do my review video, I will let you guys know. So I'm also going to take that shade just kind of slightly down my nose. I'm going to take the Sigma F30 and dip that into Angle and use that to bronze up the skin. I believe I just told you guys that like super embarrassing secret about me. I feel like I'm no longer allowed to be a beauty YouTuber. Like, I'm done. I'm kicked out. I'm kicked out, man. I'm kicked out. Take my card. Take my keys. Going home. Alrighty, so that is some contour and bronzer and some swatches using the Tarte Park Ave Princess. Again, you know, of course this is just first impression, but I felt like everything went on really nicely. I like how the contour and bronzer look. I like having a few other shades in there. I am just gonna have to be playing with this one for a while, making sure that it's worth the $46, making sure the Clay Play isn't too similar to it, and that I don't need both of my collections. So I plan to do my review video in about 2 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. We are doing some holiday traveling and things like that for Thanksgiving, so it might be more around 3 weeks, but I will definitely be doing the review video and sharing my thoughts on the Park Ave Princess. Next, I do want to add some lashes. My camera is getting ready to overheat, and I know I need to still fill in my brows off camera, so I might as well put some lashes on while I wait for my camera to cool down. The joys of having the Sony a5100. So I did pick up 2 different pairs of lashes from the sale because that's how I roll, and I love lashes, and it just is what it is. So I got from Huda Beauty the Farah lashes, number 12. And then I also picked up another pair from Blinking Beauty. I did mention these in my haul video, but they hadn't come to me yet because I purchased them the second go around for VIB Rouge. So these are the Bombesque lashes from Blinking Beauty. So they are so gorgeous. I don't know which ones I want to try. I just wore Blinking Beauty the other day, so I think actually I'm going to go ahead and go with my Huda Farah lashes. They look super similar. You can tell that I have a style when it comes to lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the Huda lashes. If you've noticed, we were puppy sitting and the puppy got a hold of my lashes. Why? But I'm gonna go ahead, put these on off camera, fill in my brows, and I'll come back to show you what the lashes look like, and we'll finish off the eyes. Well, I am gonna add some blush off camera too, because I don't have blush. That's all I'm doing. Brows are on, lashes are on. Here are what the Huda Farah lashes look like. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if they're like dramatic enough for me. And I know some of you will be looking at the lashes and being like, girl, what are you talking about? But like, I don't know, I'll just have to wear them, see what I think. I love really long lashes up to my brows. And I know I get comments like, girl, your lashes are too long. And I'm like, what kind of world do you live in? Because it's not the same world I live in. That's just what I prefer with my lashes, and we are all different. with our makeup styles. But now that my lashes are on, my brows are on, I'm going to finish off the eyes. So of course, coming back into the Toast It palette. I think what I'm gonna do for the lower lash line is just mix Warmth and Cozy, 2 shades that we used on the eyes. So I'm gonna use my Sigma E30. I'm gonna first go into Warmth, and I'm just going to brush this onto the lower lash line. I did add a little bit of brown liner to my waterline as well. And then I'm just going to use a really small brush. This one is the Sigma L04. And I'm going to grab a little bit of some more. And I'm going to put that into the inner corner and then also on my brow bone. So I did not pick up a new highlight during the sale, but I did just recently get the Sigma ChromaGlow Shimmer and Highlight Palette sent in PR. So this is what she looks like. I've been wearing Ambrosia so much lately. I think it's a really cool color. But I thought I could dip into this one, and I'm going to try to use something other than Ambrosia because I've been wearing it so much. I'm going to try this Bedazzle shade right here, and I'm going to use the Sigma F35. And just apply this to my cheekbones. I did not think I would really be into the iridescent. I mean, these go on so well. You just kind of have to lightly tap in there and you're going to get a lot of highlight. But I didn't think I was going to really like the iridescentness to the palette, because I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's like really my thing. And then I started playing with them and I'm like, okay, never mind. I actually like them. So I guess you never really know until you actually start playing with certain makeup products. This is a really pretty palette as well. So that is what we used for highlight. So now we just need to finish off with some lips. I did get a couple different lip options in the sale. I did pick up the Fenty Beauty Gloss, and then I also got the Huda Beauty Nude Loves mini set. So I think I'm going to go ahead and apply the gloss first just to see what it looks like. I don't think I'm going to wear it because I do want to wear a matte lip because I think I am going to film again right after this. But I thought I could at least apply the gloss. We can see what it looks like, and then, you know, maybe I'll love it enough to keep it on, but then we'll try a Huda Mini because it's easier to wipe off gloss than a liquid lipstick. I really liked the way that it smelled. Some people in the comments were saying they did not like the way it smelled. And someone even said she returned it because she didn't like the way it smelled. And I was like, I kind of like the smell. So, I mean, it is a pretty gloss, but I think I would still have to wear it over a lipstick. I kind of thought, and like why I wanted to put it on is to see if I would need a lipstick or if I could just wear this just as a gloss. And when I swatched it in the haul video, it looked pretty pigmented. So I was like, oh, you could probably just wear this as a gloss. Like, oh, you just want a little something on your lips. But I need some sort of color. I don't like just a clear gloss on my lips. That's just not really my style. I don't think I would like this on its own, but I'll try it some other time with a lipstick and see. But this is what the Fenty Gloss looks like on its own. I wanted to still be able to show you in case you're still curious about it. I mean, it still looks nice. If you like a clear gloss, then you could totally go for it. It doesn't feel sticky. I mean, it doesn't feel sticky at all, so that's awesome because I hate sticky gloss. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off and we'll put on a Huda lipstick. So I did post a swatch photo on my Instagram of all 4 of the lipsticks from the nude set collection, so I will insert over here so you can see it. But the shade that I am going to try out today is Wifey. I really liked this one, and I asked in that Instagram post, like, which shade are you feeling the most? And so many people said Wifey, or they love Wifey, they already own Wifey, so I wanted to give Wifey a try. There is a Wifey. It is a nude. It is still drying down, but oh my gosh. This looks like a beautiful nude, and I love it. I do really enjoy the Huda lipsticks. I mentioned them in my top 17 of 2017 video. I don't even know how many I own now. Maybe like 7. I don't even know. I own a lot of them. A lot of them are minis. I love buying mini lipsticks. I think there's a great value. I'm really excited to add more to my collection, some of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry down. I'm gonna hit my face with some setting spray, and then I'll come back to wrap it all up. So here is the finished look that I came up with today using some of the items that I got during the Sephora VIB sale. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me create this look. So I did want to run through all of the items that I used and just give a little bit more of my thoughts on them. First up, with the Tarte Toast It palette. So I liked the way everything went on. It definitely reminded me of like the Tarte Linen Bloom palette, which I own. A lot of people were asking me if I thought these shadows were like super powdery, or like someone asked if they were like the Subculture palette. which is a no. To me, I feel like the Tarte in Bloom palette, I think those shadows are a little bit more powdery, and these to me are the exact same. So I think that you're getting the same formula in the Tarte in Bloom. That is me only trying it once and only trying what, like 4 shades out of it. So I mean, my full review will be coming, but so far I would compare it to the Tarte in Bloom. I liked it just fine. So the foundation, I think I'm actually like the most excited about the foundation out of everything that I used in the video, because this was one where like my first impression is so good. Like I am anxious to see how it wears the whole day. I'm excited to try it out. I did use a mattifying primer underneath this one. I'll try it with a few different primers too and see what I think about it so I can get my full review put together. But as I was putting it on my face, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to really love this foundation. So for the Tarte Park Ave Princess palette, again, my only concern is that I would not be able to get enough use out of it, but I want to play around with it. I want to do even like eye looks with it. I want to see how versatile it can be. Packaging is amazing. Mirror is amazing. These big old shades are awesome. If you love face palettes like me, you probably are drawn to it, because I want to buy all the face palettes and I don't know what's wrong with me. I did get asked if I would do like 5 best and worst face palettes or my favorite face palettes. If you guys want to see a video like that, please do let me know. For the Huda lashes, I mean, so far I do like them. I could maybe reach for them on days when I'm not trying to be super dramatic, but I still want decent lashes. I really do like them though so far. I do like the Huda lashes. I've tried the Samantha ones in the past and I do like them. They're easy to pop on and I feel like they're very comfortable. I'll wear them the entire day just to make sure that they don't ever get too heavy on my eyes or anything like that, but I did like the style, and again, these are in Farah. For the Fenty Gloss, I'll be excited to try it over like a nude or like a brown lipstick and see how it looks over it, because by itself, I guess I was just a little bit surprised because I thought by itself it would be more pigmented. It's not something that I would want to wear on its own, but I'll be trying this out over some lipsticks and I'll let you know what I think. Finally, for the Huda Mini Liquid Lipsticks, I love this color in Wifey. I love this color. This is totally my type of nude. I think it is gorgeous. Like I've said already, I really do love the Huda formula. I own several of her liquid lipsticks. I highly recommend them. For me, I'm someone who I like a thinner type of liquid lipstick. The Huda ones are definitely thinner. They are a lot more watery. You do want to wait probably about, I would say maybe a minute after applying them and make sure that it does dry down all the way, because otherwise it can be kind of sticky at first. You notice with hers, you do want to let it sit for a little bit. So that's just my preference with liquid lipsticks. If you're someone who likes something like really moussey or drier, I don't think that you would like the Huda lipsticks, but for me and what I prefer, these are what I enjoy, and I also find them to be very long lasting. I always have a Huda Mini in my clutch when I go out because it's just a staple for me, and I feel like these are just the bomb, and that's why I bought 4 more. Very excited for these. So I love this color. But then after that, that's gonna do it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of everything that I tried out on my face down below. And other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.